So I probably joined the PIA because Muneen bullied me.
Me, I think the main reason why I joined the PIA was that my 5-year cycle at SACAP was coming to an end, and I was short of CPD points. So I did some shopping around, looked at other VAs and what they had to offer. And for me, I think the PIA has the best CPD program and workshops at like the most affordable pricing.
Because Ian Alexander, who was the president at the time, I met him at TUT as a student, and he asked me to be the student representative at the PIA. And I didn't know much about the PIA until I started joining in the committee meetings, which was very fascinating for me because I didn't realize the role that the PIA actually plays within the profession.
So I know, for example, a lot of us have been struggling with plan approval and how long it takes since COVID has started. So they sit on those forums, they find out, listen, what's happening with the turnaround times? How can we maybe assist the city council in, processing those faster? They sit on forums with the Department of Public Works, the CBE, Council for Built Environments. And they represent us, they comment on our behalf.
After contemplating this question as why did I join, I think it's because of the wisdom you get here. There's so many different members that have so much to offer, and all of it's for free, mostly anyway, as advice and tips and tricks about how to practice, how to not to practice, how to make money out of this very, very tricky, slippery profession of ours, and how to be a good architect. I think that is.
He does, they fight the stuff in the background. We get involved with heritage aspects, events, bringing people together. I think when you go to school, you're in a group, you're in a class. When you go to university, there's peers. The moment you go into private practice, you almost isolate yourself. So the PIA definitely caters to that need. We need to stop thinking other architects are our opposition and realize that they're actually allies and friends, and we can learn from one another.
Being a newbie in Pretoria, I thought it would be a good place for me to network with other architects who've been in the city longer than I have.
Especially for myself as a mother and an architect, you just don't have time to keep up to date with the latest trends and the latest information you need to know from SACAP, from SIRE, and the communication role that the PIA plays is vital for me to keep up to date with what's happening in the profession.
Advice on practice matters is a benefit to members. Anybody can approach Moneen in the office with a query, and she will then make sure that it gets around to the whoever's available on the panel to provide advice. Sometimes we caucus amongst ourselves to get to the bottom of the issues and to provide the members with valuable advice.
Or maybe one other thing is, one thing that PIA members don't realize is that they have access to the boardroom here at the PIA. If you have a small practice and you don't have your own boardroom, you can actually use the PIA's boardroom.
Yeah, so I would advise you to join the PIA. They're a very active association. That's the one thing I like about them. So they keep you updated on what's happening in the profession. So, you won't cry over your the money that you spend on them.
Comforting, to know that there's this body, the PIA in the background. You can just tap into it whenever.